Today's presentation is about role and skills of a corporate or industrial psychologist. These psychologists work in companies and organizations, not in hospitals. Their main focus is to improve employee satisfaction, performance, and workplace culture using psychology. Moving on, who is a corporate or industrial psychologist? A corporate or industrial psychologist applies psychological principles in the workplace. They study how people think, feel, and behave at work. Their goal is to make employees more satisfied and productive while also helping organization to grow. They also act as a link between the employees and management. Here we'll be looking more into the key roles, essential skills and importance of a corporate psychologist. Moving on to the key roles. The first key role is recruitment and selection. So, corporate psychologists help companies hire the right people. They design interviews, tests, and assessments to check a candidate's skill, personality, and job fit. This helps to reduce bias and unfair selection by choosing suitable employees. Organization can reduce turnover and improve performance. For an example, a corporate psychologist may design an aptitude test and interview to question and to select the right candidate for a customer service job. Moving on to the second key role, which is training and development. They identify skill gaps in employees by observing performance and using assessments. Based on this, they design training programs, workshops, and leadership development sessions. These programs help employees learn new skills and improve their confidence. Training also helps organizations stay updated and competitive. Example, if an employee lacks communication skills, the psychologist designs a soft skill training program to improve their confidence and performance. Moving on to the third key role, which is performance management. A corporate psychologist help design performance appraisal system, and they also ensure goals and KPIs, which is nothing but key performance indicator, that is a measurable goal used to check how well a person, team, or organization is performing, are realistic and fair. They also create feedback systems that help employee understand their strengths and weaknesses. This improves motivation and overall work performance of employees. For example, they help managers set clear targets and give feedback like monthly performance review instead of only annual appraisals. Moving on to the fourth key role, which is employee well-being. They focus on mental health and emotional well-being of employees. They manage stress, burnout, and work pressure. Corporate psychologists promote work-life balance and healthy coping strategies. This increases job satisfaction and reduces absenteeism. For example, in high pressure jobs, they may introduce stress management workshops or counseling sessions to reduce the burnout. Now, moving on to the final rule, that is organizational development. Corporate psychologists work to improve organizational culture. They help organizations manage change such as mergers or new policies. They improve teamwork, communication, and leadership effectiveness. This creates a positive and supportive work environment. For example, when two companies merge, a corporate psychologist help employees adjust to the new rules and teamwork. Now, moving on to the skills, the first skill is communication skills. Good communication is a very important skill. Corporate psychologists must practice active listening to understand employee concerns. They communicate clearly through reports, meetings, and training sessions. They also help resolve conflicts between employees or teams. Example, they listen to employee complaints and communicate these issues clearly to the management in a professional way. Moving on to the second essential skills, that is analytical and research skills. They collect data using surveys, interviews, and assessments. This data is then analyzed to understand the employee behavior and workplace problems. They use this research to make evidence based decisions and not assumptions. This helps organization plan better strategies. Example, they conduct employee satisfaction surveys and analyze this result to understand morale and engagement levels. Moving on to the third skill, which is interpersonal skill. Corporate psychologists must be empathetic and emotionally intelligent. They need to build the trust with the employees and the management. Strong interpersonal skills help them to work well in the team and group settings. This makes employees feel comfortable and supported. Example, employees feel comfortable sharing their problems because the psychologist is empathetic and non judgmental. And the fourth skill is problem solving skills. So here they identify workplace problems such as low motivation or conflicts. They analyze the root cause of these issues, then they design practical and realistic solutions. This helps improve both employee satisfaction and productivity. Example, if there is a conflict between two teams, the psychologist identifies the cause and suggests practical solution. Now, moving on to the final skill, that is ethical and professional skills. Ethics are very important in corporate psychology. They maintain confidentiality of the employee information. They ensure fairness and objectivity in decisions. Ethical and behavior helps maintain professional trust and credibility. Example, if an employee shares personal stress issue, the psychologist should keep the information confidential. Now, last topic, why are corporate psychologists important? Corporate psychologists help increase productivity and efficiency. They improve employee satisfaction and mental well being. They reduce stress, conflict, and workplace issues. Overall, they support the long term success of the organization. Moving on to the conclusion. So, corporate psychologists bridge the gap between people and performance. Their role benefit both the employee and the organization by using psychological skills. They help create healthy, positive, and productive workplace. Thank you.